गुड मॉर्निंग लर्नर्स। पिछले लेक्चर्स में हम लोगों ने किसी भी सेल के अलग अलग कॉम्बिनेशंस को पढ़ा कि अगर कई मल्टीपल सेल्स जो कि आइडेंटिकल हों, अगर सीरीज में और पैरेलल में जुड़े हों, तो किस तरह हम उन सर्किट से करंट को ड्रॉ कर सकते हैं। और ये भी हमने समझा कि अगर किसी सेल के इंटरनल रेजिस्टेंस की वैल्यू उसके एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस से ज़्यादा हो उस परिस्थिति में, या अगर एक्सटर्नल रेजिस्टेंस ज़्यादा हो उस परिस्थिति में हम किस कॉम्बिनेशन का यूज़ करें कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वैल्यू की इलेक्ट्रिक करंट को हम पा सकें। सो दैट वाज द lecture we had already learned. Now in this particular lecture we will going to discuss another important topic of your CBSE curriculum, that is Kirchhoff's law. So first going through the Kirchhoff law, we must understand a little bit history about this law. Actually in 1942 a German scientist Kirchhoff gave a very wonderful idea about the solving the complex structure and the complex network of electrical circuit. He extended the Ohm's law for complicated network and proposed two important laws for any electric circuit. Let's go on that. So he gave two laws. One is called current law, or sometime it is also known as junction law, junction rule also, or current law. While on the other hand, the second law was loop rule, or sometimes also known as voltage law. This first law and this one is second law. This first law was actually based on the principle of conservation of charge. Conservation of charge. While this voltage law was based on the principle of conservation of energy. Now we will discuss one by one, first second law and then first law and then second law. जैसा कि आप सभी जानते हैं कि अगर हम किसी जंक्शन की बात करें तो किसी भी इलेक्ट्रिक सर्किट में जंक्शन वो पॉइंट होता है जहां पर एक से ज्यादा वायर्स ज्वाइन हो, यू नो, लाइक दिस. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट इज कॉल्ड जंक्शन. So Kirchhoff said at any junction, if their number of currents are coming to the junction and going away from the junction, then the algebraic sum of all the currents will be 0. That is, suppose there are currents I1 and I2 is going away from the junction, and while three currents, that is suppose I3, I4 and I5 are coming to the junction. So according to Kirchhoff, he said that the algebraic sum of all the current will be 0. So if we take positive for incoming currents and if we take negative for outgoing currents, then we can use the sign convention for that. So first take the incoming current. So incoming currents are I3, I4 and I5. So that is I3 plus I4 plus I5, and negative for outgoing current, that is minus I1 and minus I2, must be equal to 0. If we take these two currents on the right hand side, we can conclude that I1 plus I2 must be equals to I3 plus I4 plus I5. तो अगर आप इस एक्सप्रेशन को बहुत ध्यान से देखें तो हम किर्चॉफ्स लॉ के इस फर्स्ट रूल को, इस फर्स्ट जंक्शन रूल को या करंट लॉ को ये भी कह सकते हैं कि किसी जंक्शन से बाहर जाने वाली करंट्स किसी जंक्शन की तरफ आने वाली, जंक्शन की ओर आने वाली करंट्स के सम के बराबर होता है. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द करंट रूल और जंक्शन रूल फॉर Kirchhoff's law. Now we are going to discuss the second law. Now we are going to discuss the second law, that is loop rule. So if you observe this particular circuit, so in this circuit there is a branch AB, branch FC and branch ED, and there are basically three loops are here. One loop is A, B, C, F, A, another loop is F, C, D, E, F, and the whole loop, that is A, B, C, E, A. So this is related to the circuit network. So what was the law of Kirchhoff? That in any loop, the net voltage, the net change in potential, the algebraic sum of the net change of any potential corresponding to any loop is equal to 0. That is delta V equal to 0. Now we have to solve this particular function for corresponding to this particular circuit. So he said, if, as we know that if any case of any cell E, that is EMF, is actually equals to V minus I times of R. This is the equation for V plus IR. So this is the particular equation for any cell. If we convert this equation for whole circuit, then we can write E minus IR must be equals to V. So if we take the potential corresponding to each loop, then that change is always equal to 0. So how we can draw this particular equation? We are now solving that. If you observe this loop, that is A, B, C, E, A. So for solving this type of network according to Kirchhoff's law, we take any type of closed loop mesh. आप किसी भी प्रकार का लूप ले सकते हैं. Either you can take clockwise or you can take anti-clockwise. So for example, if you take this clockwise direction, then in loop A, B, C, E, F, A, B, C, F, A, that is in A, B, C, F, A. So as you see that, suppose we assume this is the current I1 corresponding to AB, corresponding to FC the current is I2, and then in this branch current I1 and I2 will be add, that is I1 plus I2. So again here is the current I1 plus I2. तो अगर आप इस लूप के लिए देखें, so here is I1 times R1, I1 times R1. Now when we move to the this branch, so जैसे कि आप यहां से देख रहे हैं कि अगर हम यहां से चलें तो अब करंट I2 की डायरेक्शन I1 के करस्पॉन्डिंग ऑपोजिट है, क्योंकि हमारे लूप की डायरेक्शन क्लॉकवाइज है. आप यहां से अगर ऐसे चलेंगे तो ये डायरेक्शन और यहां पर करंट I2 की डायरेक्शन ऑपोजिट है. सो दैट इज माइनस I2 टाइम्स R2. अगेन इन दिस डायरेक्शन करंट की डायरेक्शन पॉजिटिव टू नेगेटिव है, so that is E1 must be equals to E1, and when the current will reach to this particular branch, it is the negative times, so that is minus E2, equation 1. Now if we consider the second loop, that in loop F, C, D, E, F, F, C, D, E, F, तो इस लूप में भी हमने डायरेक्शन क्लॉकवाइज ही ली है. तो यहां पर I करंट जिस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है उसी डायरेक्शन में हमारा लूप भी है, तो ये पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा, दैट इज I2 R2. नाउ अब जिस डायरेक्शन में आपकी I2 R2 है उसी डायरेक्शन में I1 प्लस I2 भी है, तो यही भी पॉजिटिव रहेगी, दैट इज प्लस I1 प्लस I2 टाइम्स R3. एंड सिंस in this loop there is only single cell is connected E2, so it is equal to E2. So this is how we can make the equation for any circuit and corresponding to any loop. And on solving these two equations, we can get the desired value of current associated with any type of branch or any type of loop. So basically if you observe this whole equations, equation 1 and equation 2, then you can observe that current times resistance, this whole function is always representing the some type of voltage. So here is a voltage representation, here is also the voltage representation, and this whole voltage representation is actually given by the another voltage representation, EMF E2. Similarly, I1 R1 is also a voltage representation, I2 R2 is also the voltage representation, and the difference of these two functions will give you the difference of EMF, which is also a voltage representation. So this was the physical significance of Kirchhoff's लूप रूल कि अगर आप किसी भी सर्किट में कई सेल्स, कई ईएमएफ और अलग अलग रेजिस्टेंस, अलग अलग इलेक्ट्रिकल कंपोनेंट्स को अगर अटैच करेंगे तो हर एक लूप के करस्पॉन्डिंग जो नेट वोल्टेज चेंज है वो जीरो रहेगा. एंड दिस इज हाउ वी कैन प्रिज्यूम दैट दिस लूप रूल इज एक्चुअली एसोसिएटेड with the conservation of energy. क्योंकि conservation of energy is also said that energy is neither be created nor be destroyed, it is just transformed one form to other. Similarly, in this circuit, the EMF, the total EMF is not created or not any type of loss, it actually changed in some type of voltage. So this is how we can understand the Kirchhoff's loop rule. Now, I hope that by going through this whole lecture, you are able to understand the junction rule and loop rule of Kirchhoff's. And now in next lectures, we will discuss some important physical problems related to this law. And I must tell you that there is also a very important topic, Wheatstone bridge is associated with Kirchhoff's law. By using Kirchhoff's law, you can understand how the Wheatstone bridge and meter bridge is correlated with this law. So till then, if you have any type of query, then you can write down in the comment box and like the video, subscribe the channel. Thank you, learners.